Hi guys, I just want to make a quick video now concerning, like, people have been asking me, you know, even though I've shared in articles and videos and posts about safe havens and danger areas, like example, you know, the east coast of America being a danger area because of La Palma. And, you know, flee into the Appalachian Mountains. But, you know, other people in different areas are asking me questions, like where's safe in my area. Like, I had one the other day and he was from Canada, and you know, everything's pretty sort of low-lying and they have a lot of water, but I believe it's all fresh water up there because it was quite close to the Great Lakes. Of course, the Great Lakes, the Mississippi River and the Mississippi River Valley, I would say to stay away from. And so, you know, people ask me about my area, about this area, and, you know, I have a look at the map, have a look at the terrain map, have a look where they live, and just, you know, if I was in their shoes, what would I do? You want to go to obviously a bit higher ground. You don't want to be close to any valleys, really. You don't want to be close to any major cities, because the thing is, like, most densely populated areas in the world even are in danger areas. No one builds a city on the top of a hill. You know what I mean? So most densely populated areas are in danger areas. So, you know, I looked and where this person was, and it was a bit low-lying, close to Great Lakes. I wouldn't want to be there myself personally if I was in his shoes. So, you know, I look for the next place on the terrain, higher ground. And what I see pretty much 100% of the time that I do this exercise. There was another one where a guy was, he lived in Carlisle, I believe it was, just above in Scotland there, and, you know, Carlisle city itself was very close and low-lying to the sea, because he was saying about La Palma coming up and the wave coming through, more like the Irish Sea, and coming up, and, you know, it would tsunami the low-lying areas there. So he was right. But just there from Carlisle, I believe, a little bit further up, was a high sort of elevation area, or a higher elevation area, and it just seems to be like national parks in all these great spots. And most of these national parks are higher elevation, but you have to use your noggin. Like, there was one on the south coast of England which was like a national park. It was either South England or South Wales, I'm not sure, but it was a national park literally on the sea, and I wouldn't want to be there because of La Palma coming up from the southwest, because of the drop in the land during pole shift. You know, have it in your head, if you think this is all bullshit, have it in your head that if God's going to flip the world upside down, you know, the sun's going to go down at noontime in Israel, he's going to flip the world upside down, and it's every mountain and island is removed from its place. Revelation, Isaiah, you'll twist the crust of the earth and scatter the inhabitants. He's telling you, actually, in Isaiah, what's going to happen is he's going to scatter the inhabitants, which means the people are going to flee. because of this, you know, I just pray that things happen beforehand, that people flee them areas, like storms coming, flooding people out. Use your head and go to higher ground. Don't go back to a place that's ever been flooded out. A tornado comes ripping through, takes your house down. Don't go back to that area. You know, a volcano is erupting and lava, you have lava in your living room. Don't go back there to live again. You know what I mean? God has given us his signs and pushed us away, like, but sorry, God's given us signs to teach us where not to be, because things have happened there already. So, but one thing I see, you know, if people just want to use this for themselves, is just find yourself on the Google terrain map and then look for your closest national park, and that usually is a good one. Like, you know, the Lake District, if you have here in England, good one. Peak District, well, good one. Brecon Beacons, absolutely sound. You know, La Palma will sort of take out Swansea and probably Cardiff, but Brecon Beacons, safe as houses. Especially if you're in that upper elevation. I mean, here, great example. Here I'm at my Exodus spot now, which is 50 meters above sea level. You might think that's not high enough, but we have the Snowdonia mountain range. To the southwest of me, so anything coming from the southwest, it just won't even touch the sides. La Palma tsunami I won't even see it. From here, even if I went up on that mountain over there to see the seashore, I still wouldn't see it. And that mountain, about 100 meters there, 200 meters up there. So this little plateau, I believe is a safe haven. You know, God's put it in my heart, this is where to be. He showed me about the prophecy of the 20-meter drop, and I studied it, and I was like, whoa, I seen it. I was like, the land that I live in has been laid out by a 20-meter sea level before. This has happened before. It's absolutely right. All the people in Neolithic times, they all lived at 100 meters above sea level. Why is that? You know what I mean? It's because probably the sea level was higher in them ancient days, like even when the Jews came to Britain, like the fall of the Israeli sort of royal kingdom, if you like, and brought the throne of David with them. So even here, about 300 yards up that way, there's the sign of the beginning of the Snowdonia National Park. So, you know, this area is in the Snowdonia National Park. I mean, it's right on the edge. If I didn't know the area, I would say get to the highest point of the national, well, not the highest point in the national park, but get to a high point of the national park, you know, 50 meters, yeah, that's nice, something cushy. And the other good thing about national parks is you have plenty, you know, I'm not telling you to go and climb on the top of the peak of the mountain, because even if you said, oh, this is not good enough here, Justin, we need to get up higher, I'd say, all right, go. You go up there, you drive about 5 minutes up there, elevation goes up about 100 meters, but the land is absolutely barren. All you have is rock, heather, and that's about it. There's not even much, it's like mountain grass, you know, no grass. But in these low-lying sort of high area, even here at 50 meters, it's just abundance with like wood, grass, good soil for planting and everything else. So, you know, this would be a great Well, this is a great Exodus spot, and it's only 50 meters, but it's on the brink of a national park. So anyway, the point of this video, going on now, and the point of this video is to not be caught in the wind. I hope that didn't cut out too much. But the point of this video was just, you know, if in doubt, or or you can ask me, I'll do the research for you, but you'll do your own research. If in doubt, see where you are. Look for the nearest national park, and that'll probably be your best zone. Check that the elevation's good, that it's not too close to the open ocean or sea. Check that it's not really in a massive valley, which it probably won't be. And that'll be your safe haven for Exodus. So and obviously remember, when we see the seals happening, seal number 1, the Antichrist is crowned. About 40 days later, seal 6 happens, the throne of God passes over, bang. On the full moon, and that is the end of that. So really, you know, be in your Exodus places before that 6th seal happens. Anyway, I've been Pastor Prophet Justin Roberts from End of the Age Bible Prophecy. God bless you all. Amen.